All right, guys. Today we're going to be doing a product spotlight here on the new Graco FinishPro HVLP turbine sprayers. They have just released new models this year that are a great improvement over last year's models. Graco has really made leaps and bounds here with their HVLP FinishPros, and we just want to spotlight a few new changes that are coming out with these models. Number one, all of the new FinishPro HVLP sprayers are coming now in this steel box. I'm sure a lot of you are noticing. This is actually 50% smaller and 30% lighter. This is great because the last one was that big black tackle box looking guy. And you know, this one, it's easier to get in the truck, easier to fit in your storage. You know, less space required to store this. And like I said, it's also lighter to carry around. The FinishPros are now coming in 3 different ways. You have the standard series, the ProContractor series, and the ProComp series, and I'm going to go over all 3 series right now. So the standard comes in the 7 or the 9. The ProContractor is going to come in the 7, the 9, or the 9.5, and the ProComp is only going to be available in the 9.5. So let's go over what each of those different series are going to entail. The standard's going to come with your standard 20 feet of hose. And it's also going to come with this new Edge 2 gun. As you can see, it looks a lot different than the old Edge. Has a lot of really cool features that we're going to go over in the end of the video because it's a lot to go over right at this moment. It also comes with this really cool turbo control system. So what this does, it's going to allow you to control your turbine. You know, if you don't need it to run at full power at all times, depending on your material, you could run it at a lesser power, on a lower stage in the turbine. And what that's going to help with realistically is it's going to reduce your heat if you're not running at full power all the time. It's going to run quieter, and it's also going to really extend the life of the turbine itself. This feature alone could probably double the life on one of these units just because you're really reducing the workload on the unit that you're going to put on it every day, because most people will probably not run it at full blast all the time. Another cool feature in the standard ones is these new filters are actually now completely washable, so they don't always have to be replaced. You can actually wash these, and they should be a great improvement over the old paper style filters that you see in some of these current turbine sprayers on the market. Moving off of the standard, we're going to have the ProContractor series. Like I said, the ProContractor is going to come in the 7, the 9, or the 9.5. All of them will come with 30 feet of hose, so you're going to get 10 more feet of hose with that. The 9.0 version is going to come with 2 quick release fluid sets for your gun, and the 9.5 will come with 3 quick release fluid sets for your gun. The ProContractor also has a really interesting feature, which they're calling the Smart Start technology. So what does that mean? When I'm running my machine, but I'm not spraying, instead of the machine just consistently running and essentially bypassing all the air out of the back of the machine will actually recognize that it has reached its potential pressure and turn itself off. So it's not actually running all the time. But then the moment you pick up your gun and start to pull that trigger, the machine's gonna turn itself right back on and be ready to work instantly. So essentially, every time you're in between spraying, for you know, more than 10 seconds, the machine will turn itself off. It'll be much quieter. It'll not be so hot because it's not running every moment of the day. And once again, that's going to extend your life on your machine. Any of you guys who have been out there using these machines and have tried to have a conversation in the room while one of these machines are running, you can imagine how difficult that is. That's going to be really helpful. You know, you're not going to have to be yelling over the sound of your turbine, you know, throughout the whole day. Another cool feature is it's actually going to come with a different Edge gun. It's going to come with the Edge 2 Plus gun, which has its own set of cool features that we're going to go over here at the end of the video. Another difference that you're going to see from the ProContractor model compared to the standard is it's actually going to have upgraded filters. They're automotive quality filters. When you see it, it actually looks like high performance filters for your car. And should be a much improved design, better air filtration, your turbine will breathe better. Once again, all of this is designed to extend the life of these machines. So the ProComp series is the last series. It's the most high end. It's only gonna be available the 9.5. The ProComp is gonna come with all the features that I went over in the ProContractor series, and it's gonna come with a few other interesting tidbits. Number one, the unit's gonna have a built-in air compressor. So why would a turbine need an air compressor? Because it's also gonna come with a 2-quart remote cup with a conversion kit. So instead of just running your 1-liter cup out of this gun, you'll actually have a 2-quart cup hanging here, and you'll run an independent fluid and air line, and it's gonna come with the conversion kits required to do all of that. So essentially the ProComp stands for compressor. It doubles your material use. You know, instead of going for 1 quart, you're able to spray 2 quarts at a time. And with the built-in compressor and everything, it's just gonna be able to give you the ability to get more done faster. And that's really the main new differences with all of the new FinishPro HVLP models. So now let's go over this gun. The new Edge 2 gun is actually one of the really cool features, because the gun itself has been improved in a way that's gonna help a lot. So, what are the new improvements to my Edge gun? Number one, there's a new air cap. They've redesigned this air cap. It looks identical to the old one, but it's not. This new air cap should allow 4 times the material flow. So in reality, you're gonna be able to get your job done faster because you're not gonna have a bottleneck of material here at your air cap. Also, cool new feature here is now these guns have what they're calling their flex liner bag system. As you can see, there's no longer a suction tube coming out, and this is a bag system. What happens is this automatically compresses in here, and now that there's no pickup tube, and with this bag system that they've designed here, this gun can now spray at all angles, including upside down. The old guns, you could not hold the gun like this and still spray. This new gun, I can hold it any way I want, and material is still gonna make its way into the gun and will spray and still create that fine finish that you're looking for. For you guys doing cabinets and countertops, that is huge. I don't know if you've run into it, but trying to spray like this, you get a lot of issue. You really have to be full of material. But now with this, you could be low on material. As long as you have material, it will draw it up. You are able to spray pointing down, pointing upside down, pointing sideways. That alone is a huge improvement to these Edge guns, because they were not able to do that in the past. And so another really cool feature, these now have what they're calling a quick release fluid nozzle. Suppose it's gonna be a lot easier to clean and change. Let me show you here how quickly I'm gonna do this. No tools required. I'm gonna go ahead and pull off my air cap. Set that down. No tools required. I'm just gonna go ahead and unscrew this by hand. Once I get this off, I'm gonna pull the trigger. Sorry, I'm gonna slide this release, pull the trigger, and that's gonna slide right out. Just like that. So that's gonna make it a lot easier to clean and change your needle nozzle setup when you need, and it's actually gonna go in just as easily. I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm gonna slide it back in there. Lock it back in place. I'm gonna hand thread this back on. You can already see the needle and nozzle have set perfectly there. And then I'm just gonna put my air cap back on. It is that simple. And that's gonna be available in all the Edge 2 gun cups. Also, the air cap has 3 settings now. Here at the air cap, you can kind of hear me click it around. This air cap has 3 settings: vertical, circular, and horizontal spraying. That's a quick setting that can be made on the fly right at the air cap. Really cool feature. The last thing with the Edge 2 gun cup, material and air control have been combined into one knob here on the back of the gun, making it a lot easier to make those changes. The Edge 2 Plus, which is the upgraded version of this gun, has all of the features I just went over, but two major differences. Number one, the Edge 2 Plus gun will come with the Artisan valve. So that's gonna separate your material and air control into two different dials. So for you guys like to really dial in your settings, you'd probably like that Edge 2 Plus gun a little better because it's gonna give you more control. And then at the air cap, the Edge 2 Plus gun, instead of only having the 3 settings, it'll have a full 360-degree setting. So you can choose any of the 3 settings or any kind of variable in between the 3. So the Edge 2 Plus gun, the real big difference is gonna be all the upgrades of the Edge 2 gun, plus the ability to really dial in a lot more control when you're working, and all of these changes can be made on the fly. And those are your big differences in the new Graco FinishPro HVLP. Check us out at janequipment.com or send us an email or give us a call if you have any questions, and thanks a lot for watching.